Hey guys, my name is Jelena, and 2 years ago I finished my term as MCVP of Marketing and PR in iSkin Serbia. And currently I'm working in a marketing agency. So today we will talk a little bit about campaign management. And I will share my screen with you now. Okay, so campaign management. We will talk about 4 steps that every campaign needs to go through. So first we have planning, like everything in life. First we have to plan something, then preparation, execution, and evaluation. So the first one, as I said, planning. We need to do these 4 steps. We had to define timeline, budget, GTCM model, and brainstorming. We will talk a little bit more about those 2 topics. As for timeline, the most important thing is a good synergy with other departments, such as OGX, ICX, and MX. Depends on which campaign you're planning. So in synergy with them, you define the start date and end date of the campaign. When you know the start date, you can actually plan all the activities that should be done before you launch your campaign. So after that, you need to be aware of budget. So in synergy with finance, you should have in mind how much you can spend on paid advertising, such as social media ads and so on, and also on offline materials such as flyers or stickers or anything you want to do on your offline promotions at universities. Then we have GTCM model, and it's an acronym for goal, target, channel, and message. So you must define like what you want to achieve with your campaign and how will you know that the campaign was successful. So it's basically defining KPIs and numbers. So if you are planning a new recruitment campaign in synergy with MX, you should know like how many people you want to recruit, and let's say it's 20 people, and then you are planning like backwards. So if you need 20 new people in your local committee, how much people you need to attract in attraction phase, like how many signups do you need, then how many interviews and workshops and everything that it's happening in the process to achieve 20 new members in your local committee. And when you know how to measure your success, then you have a goal. Next one is target, and you're defining your target groups, but it's very important to do segmentation. So we all know that in ISEC our target group are students, but not all the students are the same. It depends on which university they're going, and then on each university there are different types of students, like what are their interests, what they like, what they don't like, where are they informing, how much do they use social media, how much they use like some online portals, do they read something, maybe some magazines, and based on that you can plan like which channels will you use, which is the next step. So it's very important to look at previous evaluations if you have those informations, because there you can find some informations about results that were achieved in previous campaigns, and based on that you can see like which channel was most effective and which channels brought the most signups, and then you can divide those channels like in primary and secondary. So let's say that social media brought the most signups, and we know, okay, we must focus on Instagram, and the secondary channel are offline promotions or student magazines or whatever. And the message, it's the creative part. So you're defining the key campaign message, which should be aligned with information you have about your target group. What are their needs? You should come up with something that is catchy and short and it's not used before. In order to achieve that messaging, you can use AIDA model, which means attention, interest, desire, action. You can Google it and see what it's about. It's very interesting and can be helpful when it comes to creating that key message. And also, I will give you some tips and tricks on brainstorming, because we're always like, okay, guys, we need to brainstorm, but we don't know where to start. And don't have some structure to bring all the ideas out. So here are some 2 simple techniques. You can investigate more on Google. Of course, there are many, and it's very, very fun and interesting. So the first one is note and vote. And it's very simple. Everyone independently writes down ideas on pieces of paper, and then it can be anonymously, and then you can just bring all that papers in one circle, and then you read all the ideas and vote for different ideas, like the one you like the most. And this technique enables the contribution of each individual, which is very important when it comes to brainstorming, to not let someone control the brainstorming process, because maybe someone have a great idea, but it's introvert and don't have the courage to say it out loud. So this is a good technique for that. And at the same time, it promotes team decision-making and prioritization of all the ideas that are written. And the second one is 6-3-5 method. Why is it called like that? Because you need 6 people, and each person should write 3 ideas on paper within 5 minutes. And then you pass the paper to the next person, who then adds 3 more words, and you repeat this circle 5 times. And in this method, you can generate 108 ideas, which is a lot. And this technique encourages creativity and cooperation within the team. So I highly recommend to try one or both of those ideas for brainstorming and see where it will bring you. Then the second phase or second step, preparation. In this phase, when you finish your brainstorm and everything you come up you can do, then you delegate and see, okay, I will do this, you will do that, like classic teamwork. But it's very important that each person knows what are their responsibilities, and then everything will go like you planned. Then you create, based on ideas you come up after brainstorming, you create a content plan for digital channels, but also you create a plan for offline promotions, like how many stickers do you need to prepare, how will they look like, or maybe something else, like maybe you want to have some game on offline promotions to interact with students. You should involve that in your plan, and so on. And then, of course, everything you wrote in that plan must be created. And also in this phase, you are contacting influencers if they are included in your campaign, which is not that often in AIESEC, and partners like universities. You need to inform that about the promotions you want to have for students, or some PR partners if you have them, or some magazines or portals or whatever, to see if you can have some partnership with them, and what they need of materials from you, and so on. And then we have execution, which is like the biggest part of the campaign. So we have campaign launch. Before we launch the campaign, maybe we can have some pre-campaign. It's like teaser, something that will spread some word about what is cooking in the house, and have some impact on our target group before we say, hey, sign up for this or that. Then okay, we just post according to the plan we wrote in the preparation phase. And very important is to track results and analytics, and to track what you planned in the planning phase and achieved, and see like if we are going towards the plan or not, and do we have to change something during the execution phase. So it's very important to just hear how your target group is reacting on everything you do in the execution. And it's very, very much okay, and it's actually good to change things if you see that something isn't working. So it's not end of the world if you planned something and the plan wasn't just good enough. So if you see that achievements are not like you planned, try to do something different. Okay, community management, that's like answering on students' questions or comments or anything, just to have like discussion with them during everything we promote to them. Then you have communication with influencers and partners you made partnership with in the preparation phase, just to see if we meet each other's expectations, if everything is fine. Then advertising, if we have budget for paid advertising, and on-site activities that you have on universities, such as events, promotions, or so on. And this is a very, very important step that I think that often is just skipped, and that's evaluation. So only when the campaign is summarized from beginning to an end, we can make some conclusions if that was successful or not, which were the biggest mistakes, what did go well, what didn't, and so on. And then you create report, and it's very, very useful for the next generations that will come in ISEC and will do the same thing you are doing now, because they will have some data, and then based on that information they can plan next campaign and go in that first phase of campaign management with some information that can help them to achieve their goals. So please do this and help the next generation of ISECers. So yeah, this was some basics when it comes to campaign management. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or need any help, I really am a proud ISEC alumni, and I always want to help how much I can. So here I left my LinkedIn, how you can find me, and we can keep in touch. So yeah, that was it, and I hope I'll see you soon in Austria. Bye.